Okay, surprisingly, the 2022 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominations were announced in February 2022. Now, as you would remember, normally, I guess, way back in 2019 or whatever, the nominations for the Hall would be announced in November of the year preceding. But Corona screwed that up and I think they were just canceled for 2020 or something, and then or they were postponed to February 2021, and now I guess they're sticking with February, which is kind of annoying to put it back even further, but regardless, here it is, the fan vote leaderboard for the Rock Hall. The fan vote. This is a key word right here is the people in the top 5, as I think I said this in one of my other videos, or I found this out or something, but basically what they're saying here, it will comprise a fan's ballot. So each one of these in the top 5 will get one extra vote. It says fans ballot, but that basically means one extra vote in the final tallies. And I saw on other pages they have it says over 1,200 total votes. So basically, this fan vote, as I've said before, the fan vote here is only to make the public think that they have a say in the induction when they actually don't, because the amount that this does in the actual voting for who gets in is so minimal, it's basically worthless. But oh yeah, you need to log in. Yeah, this you never used to have to log in either, too. They changed that, but regardless, I'm not going to be voting because it does not, for two reasons, of course, because it does not matter in the end, and my one vote will not make a difference. Or even if I vote a day, it says you can, yeah, one vote for day. Well, even if I do that, it's still, if I try doing it every day, it's not going to make a difference. So why bother? Especially when the selection here, as you will see, is as bad as it is. So here we have what to choose from. Look at this. The guy, and I don't know why this is. I'm going to refresh the page just to make sure here, but get the updated votes. But I have no idea why, and I don't know what people are thinking. Maybe it's just that there's a bunch of rap fans. Because, I mean, the Hall has been putting in a lot of rap people lately in these past few years. So maybe that's what it is. But no idea why Eminem is in first place. I mean, seriously, I have the Rock Hall's Twitter page open on another page here, and they've been tweeting about some of the people they nominated. About Dolly Parton, they say she has a trailblazing songwriting career, distinctive voice, can't beat glamour, and she's done business savvy and humanitarian work. She is a beloved icon who transcends the genre that she changed forever. Okay. I could think of tons of people that have a trailblazing songwriting career and a freaking distinctive voice, but yeah, Bob Marley, they tweeted about him. He would have been 77 on February 6th. Here's what they mention about Eminem. Nominee and rap god Eminem shows they shove controversial. Let me get this right. Eminem shoves controversial topics from domestic violence to white privilege down America's throat. Learn more about him and his provocative lyrics and then cast your vote. Okay, so they are just trying to justify putting the rap god in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Keep in mind, people, he's a rap god, according to this. In the Rock and Roll Hall. That should be a red flag right there. But they're trying to justify putting him in there because of his controversial lyrics and his songs, and he talks about things that other people do. Tell you right now, I heard some of the songs from his LP, the Marshall Mathers LP 2. Not exactly the best name in the world, but that's what he called it. But I heard some songs from that on a CD one time, quite a while ago, just in a friend's car. And oh my god, that makes you wonder why he has not received karma yet. Like some of the songs, like there's a song on there. I don't even know what it's called, but there's a song on there where it's just him like reenacting a scene of himself. I think it's like robbing a store, then running from the cops, getting gunned down, and getting shot to death by the cops. And that's a song on that LP. And another one on there was, I believe he was talking about his mother or whoever it was. Regardless of who it was, he shouldn't be saying this, but he was talking about somebody and insulting them left and right and cussing. Another thing about Eminem is that his cuss words are every other word is a cuss word. And, the material, yes, it's very graphic, extremely dirty, extremely explicit, whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. And in this song, he was talking about that he hopes people die of heart attacks, I think, and then cardiac arrest. He wishes death upon people. But that alone was enough. Just hearing a couple of songs off a CD was enough to convince me of who that guy really is. But yeah, absolutely no idea why he is nominated. Or, well, I have an idea, and the idea is that the hall is comprised of idiots that don't care about real rock music because he's not rock music. But I think that the main reason here, I think, is that the reason he's in first place is because he is extremely popular for whatever reason, and all of his fanboys, the rap fanboys, have flocked to this to try and get him in. Don't make much sense again, but God, Eminem. He is another thing I'll say about him is he is one of the leading contributors that caused this, the downfall of the music industry with his freaking rap. Duran Duran or Duran Duran, however you want to pronounce them. Uh, they actually displaced. I think Pat Benatar was in second a little couple days ago, but they displaced Pat Benatar, and I think, to be honest, I am not a fan of them because they are. I am not a fan of much 80s music to start with, and they only release stuff in the 80s. Um, I can't think of any song of theirs that I particularly like. Of course, everybody knows "Hungry Like a Wolf." That's extremely overplayed, and everybody knows it. It's overplayed to the point that's annoying now. Another song of theirs I hear way too much is "Rio" from the album Rio. I think it's a very boring and kind of repetitive song, but that was a hit for them, and it's overplayed. Another song for them that was strangely, it was not a hit in the US, but I hear it, when I go into a store, I hear the song being played on the speakers, which is My Own Way from Rio. But that song was not a hit in the US. It was a hit in the UK, Australia, Finland, Ireland, and New Zealand, but not in the US or Canada. So I don't know why that's being played in this country really, but I hear that one in stores, and that is one of my most hated songs by them, I would say. I don't know many of their songs, but out of the three I mentioned there, that's my most hated. Very, I don't know, it's very weak. It's kind of like a new wave. They're trying to be really fast paced. I could go more into detail about the song if I listen to it again, but screw that. But them, Duran Duran, I do not like them. Never have, probably never will. And for them to be on the Rock Hall, I mean, yeah, they're more rock. They are better suited, I'll say, than Eminem, but they're more in like a new wave commercial rock vein than they are straight up rock. Of course, Pat Benatar's on there. Uh, she was nominated like 2 3 years ago or something, and I think she did really good in the fan vote, but she never got in. And my opinion, Should she get in over the two people that are above her in the vote here? Yes, she should. But the thing is, I mean, do I like her that much personally? She has good songs, but a lot of the songs I hear from her on the radio are overplayed. Like, I do not need to hear Love is a Battlefield again. I don't need to hear Hit Me With Your Best Shot for the 5,000th time. I mean, she's got plenty of hits that you don't hear on the radio, but she deserves to be in more than the other two here. Dolly Parton, like they were talking about on the Rock Hall's Twitter page, she is country. I mean, she's really a country legend. If there's a country music hall of fame, she should be in. I'm sure she is, or whatever. I'm not going to look into that, but she belongs in a country hall of fame. And I think the main reason she's nominated here is because of her gender. It's another one of those things like last year, the Rock Hall is inducting people and nominating people based off of gender and diversity rather than their genre or their contributions to the rock genre. But yeah, she's here because of diversity. Uh, she's better than Eminem, so there's that. The Eurythmics, very interesting band. Uh, they do have some interesting music. I'll say that from the '80s. Uh, More worthy to get in than the first place guy. Lionel Richie, I don't know his contributions to rock. I don't know, not really that rock, more like soul, adult contemporary, R&B. But yeah, he's better than number one here. Judas Priest is, of course, what was he nominated, or they were nominated in like what, a couple years ago? I've been listening to some of their '70s material lately, and yeah, they do have some, I'd say, really good '70s material. But past that, I am not a fan. And so I mean, yes, it's nice to get rock in there, so I think maybe put him in instead of Eminem. Carly Simon, I saw she has been begged to be nominated by people I've seen, and I haven't really delved into her music a whole lot, but she's got some good material. She should probably get in there over Eminem. I mean, I'm gonna say that for probably every person on this list. Rage Against the Machine is a re what do you call it? Renomination. Uh, where they were nominated last year, I think, did not get in. They're more like, what would you call it? I think they actually call it rap metal. Maybe not black metal. I don't know. They're more of a '90s grunge metal band than they are rock. But there they are. Devo, good new wave band. I think that's also a repeat from last year. Warwick is also a repeat, but she's on there because she's a female. Even though she's really like soul or probably R&B and adult contemporary, she's on there because she's a female. And I mean, she's a legend, yes, in the soul world musically, but she's not really a legend in the rock world. A Tribe Called Quest. I'm actually going to look that up right now because I have never, until I saw them on this list, I have never heard of them in my life. Okay, they were a hip hop band from the 80s and 90s. I'm going to look at what they put out here. Okay, mainly from the '90s. I guess they formed in '85, but they didn't release a studio release until '90. They've been pretty popular. I had no idea they existed. In terms of hit singles, they got quite a bit of stuff on the rap charts, but on the main charts, they've only actually charted 5 songs. Well, I don't recognize any of their stuff here, but okay. So now I know A Tribe Called Quest is a '90s hip hop rap band. Okay, not suitable like Eminem. Next. Kate Bush is also a repeat. And yes, she's on there because she's a female, but I think she's actually a female that's worth getting in Rock Hall. She's put out like the diverse material she's put out. She's got like art rock, experimental rock, you could say, all kinds of strange stuff she's done. And she's become extremely popular because of it too. She's a legend, and I think she should get in over Lionel Richie or Dolly Parton. The New York Dolls are a repeat. Oh god, what are they again? I gotta look that up because I am not familiar with them at all. I remember Hall & Oates saying that yes, they were very popular in New York City because, of course, their name is the New York Dolls. But I mean, just looking at the stuff here, they did not sell a whole lot of albums, and it looks like they never had a hit. But I guess they were influential in like proto punk. Yeah, like bands credited as proto punk and early influences punk rock. Yeah, so they're proto punk band that was not very popular. Okay, I have not much of an opinion there. My opinion is that there's plenty of other people that should be nominated instead. Beck, I thought they were talking about Jeff Beck for a second, but no. Beck is a guy who was popular mainly in like the 90s and 2000s for like alternative rock uh with like lo-fi, strange lyrics, dark lyrics. I had no idea he existed until he was nominated, and I listened to his biggest hit, which is I thought maybe I've heard it before, but no, I did not, which is Loser from 94, and it is extremely 90s, uh very dark. If you're looking for music that will make you happy, that is not it. Uh, really shouldn't be on there. MC5 is a repeat. Not even gonna say anything about them, and of course, Fila Kuti is a repeat. So far, they've got almost a million votes, going up quick, and as you can see, here's a top five, and it's not looking very good. Trying to think if there's anything else worth mentioning here. Yes, so the Rage, New York, Fila Kuti, Devo, and Kate Bush are all repeats. Okay. So there's Dion is a repeat too. So there's what, 6 repeats? Three. Yeah, like 6 repeats from the previous year. It's pretty crappy. I'm not even gonna go into any sort of people that should be nominated because I've said that in previous videos. And regardless of, me saying it, I've seen other people say it. Regardless of what you say should be nominated, the hall does not care. They're going to do what they want, and the hall cares about diversity and rap music instead. So there you go. A very, very disappointing 2022 nominees.